back, everyone, for one of the last final episodes of the Firebrands versus Rhogar. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we take really long with one turn. But last we left off, there was a bit of everyone so expended, fighting to their last breath and expending all their potency and spells, and a very miraculous and well-timed wish. Jasper brought everybody back up to full health, and removed a bunch of conditions, which also affected Brissa, the dragon wormling, and Shaz's mom and Dacrin's mother. And all in all, everybody seemed to have gained a benefit. One thing we did not resolve was what the monkey's paw about this was. But we'll get to that.
Does that mean we can get free wishes?
I think you've made 3 wishes at this point. Let's see, there was
2, definitely.
There was definitely one before all this, but not in this session, so you've only made 2 wishes so far.
What's the point of having a monkey's paw if you don't get wishes?
Oh, I just remembered. My mother drew a card from the deck of many things that gave her 3 wishes, so on her turn... I'm just kidding.
I wish Rhogar was dead. Okay, he is now undead. I wish he was no longer living. Correct, he is no longer living. But
I wish for +4 fire damage.
So, are we kind of rewinding a little bit back to Shaz's turn?
No, we're, last we left off, Shaz, you guys had gone that massive heal. You looked at, kind of like taking a moment to breathe, Dacrin, Argus, and Jasper, you guys just kind of breathe in the sweet, sweet nectar of this healing from the wish. Look over, kind of like joyously at each other for a moment, and then you see Shaz kind of stand up, his chest kind of pushed out, kind of look down, stumble to one knee, stumble to the other, and then fall down. Dacrin, however, is able to see his soul being pierced by that Reaper. The rest of you saw it stab into Shaz, but then Shaz just fell off the blade. But his soul was still impaled on it, and then it wisped out. As that happens, we'll pick up from there. For a moment, as the specter starts to disappear, you see this spectral wolf. Dacrin sees it first as it runs into the field, and you hear it howl. Then the rest of you see it as it materializes and then leaps and grabs Shaz, his soul, and starts to tug on it. And for the briefest of moments while that is going on, you see Shaz put one arm down, brace himself up, push himself up, pull out his blade, his eyes aglow, no longer pupils, but just radiant light. And he points his blade towards Rhogar, and he takes his last stand. Which is his Samurai 20th ability.
Whoa!
So he gets to immediately take an extra turn interrupting the current turn. So he interrupts his own turn.
You ever heard of a game called Bushido Blade?
Yes.
It's the best samurai dueling game ever.
Yep. Only annoying thing was you were supposed to not kill them to be able to progress the story.
The sound effects, though, to me, you say last stand. Whoa! Oh, Bakashito! Sorry. I digress.
So we'll pick up that with Shaz.
Oh,
Shaz is being
If you want to
Hugged
say anything
upwards.
that Tualdir speaks through you because he is currently possessing your body,
fanboy right now.
as Shaz's soul is being
Overboard.
ascended upwards, which can only be good given our current position.
Damn, laughing hyena is tugging at your ankle.
Shaz feels that like flash of light in death, and the darkness kind of swells, and he tries to think, but the dead don't. And then there's a spark of relentlessness and ambition and unwillingness to die. And as he watches himself be tugged from his body, he feels the presence of Tualdir behind him, unsmiling, unmoved, just simply there. And he looks towards the tattoo along his collarbone for Tualdir. He looks at the oath of bloody conquest upon his palm, and he looks at his unfinished tattoo at the back of his hand. Thinks, I just need to kill one last time. And I think any demon, angel, or god would agree. Rhogar needs to be split in half. To hoarders. Into thousands of tiny, insignificant pieces of flesh. To sit there, rotting away forever. He's no warrior. He's no man. He's just a stain. And with that, he projects his soul forward, still clung to the blade of this jackass Reaper, as the body stands forward. Tualdir extends its own hand, and the body stands up, stares at Rhogar, and wordlessly springs forward with a leap of might that cracks the earth and breaks the winds. And I would argue for advantage, because Rhogar should think I'm dead.
You smelt
At
it.
least on one.
I will say,
I'm
Like,
flanking
sure.
him, kind of. So
sure, I'll let you have advantage. As like the Reaper scythe is still impaled in your spirit, which you see kind of overlaid on your body for a moment, as it's trying to like push away the dog from the wolf from Tualdir, and like get it off of him. And then Rhogar, as he had like turned away from you, just like
Release!
acknowledging
Release!
that you died, kind of like pauses for a moment, and then just as he turns, is right when your blade it comes at him. So make your attacks.
I will forego the use of advantage for 5 attacks total.
Go figure.
I'm petty.
I'm petty.
Come on, I need good rolls. If I roll all ones, I'm gonna cry.
Oh boy. No.
The AC is 22, correct?
24.
24. Okay,
It's
that's
gonna be-
alright.
Net
One hit.
20s across the board.
I hope so.
Oh, that would have been epic.
2 hits. I miss, unfortunately. A crit.
yay!
Hey.
And then one last one. Wait, hold on. 4 plus, it's a miss. But, you know what, 2 hits and a crit. I'll take it.
Hey.
It's essentially
More hits.
4 hits.
Basically. What do you think about it?
That's just math right there. That's just good math.
Alright, I'll get that calculated here.
Yep. So, as he springs forward and does that and attacks Rhogar, let us go. He interrupts the current turn. I don't think I can technically take a legendary action on that. You will.
Yeah, it's still my turn.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
have at the end, but
You're going to be manning some of our NPCs in a moment, if I recall correctly. And they're at the end of the round. So they would be right after this. So the question is whether or not you are going to do anything with that.
1 second, I'll be quick.
Well, Brissa's restrained, so she can't, and I doubt you're going to have Dacrin's mom or your mom attempt to fight at all. So probably a mute point on those guys until they're freed by your compatriots. So, because currently Brissa still has the brooch that is restrained her in place, even though conditions are removed and other things. That basically like she's not under. She's not stunned or anything, but she's in a very tight spot and can't move, like if she was buried, for example. So,
she's just a tiny little gnome.
if Brissa has anything that she can cast that's just verbal that could affect her situation, then maybe. She just can't move. She's under the condition, essentially restrained, and she can't cast anything that's not that would require material or somatic components. So it'd have to be a verbal only thing. And I think if she has
some
vicious mockery or something, then she could probably cast that.
There are indeed.
Okay, adding it up now.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to buy an actual vintage adding machine and just have it
The giant handle thing that they get the next roll of.
Ideal 129 damage. Here's your damage receipt.
I have receipts.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But oh man, things are getting down to the wire. I'll say that much in this fight.
They are indeed. I mean, Hargis and I are just gonna KO ourselves casting spells here.
Have the
Yeah, but I take that
Either
massive.
do that
We
or
take that
melee
both take
attack,
that massive
so
penalty.
whichever one
now.
you want to do.
Yeah.
I
But
wonder if I could throw haste on Hayden.
Not right now, unfortunately.
no,
Yeah.
he will. He's doing his last stand, and then he's going to flop on the ground like a dead fish.
Hargis is
As he,
basically
just
thinking
before he
this as he
touches the
sees
ground,
an
he gets
attack.
pelted by healing potions. Healing.
Right.
There
Hargis-
are 3 uses of the oath.
All right,
100.
you could just take the damage, and it's not going to matter because you dead
And
anyway.
the body's looking unhealthy. I'm still 145.
145, all flashing. No other
All
time.
slashing.
Okay.
Oh, those are like charges of your oath to do extra damage, huh?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Shazzy's
that's-
soul is
that's a
taking
good
on
one.
some.
Perfect.
insanity.
It's beautiful.
I wish those other 2 had hit.
Okay.
I know.
Oh gosh, that's a horrible amount of damage to take at this point.
gosh.
Rhogar, relieved by that unexpected attack, reels, his divinity flickering a bit, and just roars out, and then just turns. This is just narratively, and just slaps Shaz away. Shaz's body now limp as the last vestiges of his possession fade away, just careens across the room and slams into a pillar.
Street Fighter.
Right.
Knock out,
Rhogar,
knock out.
taken by surprise at this attack, just rage fills his eyes for a moment, and he turns and he just says, "Enough of you!" With that, Jasper,
Hello.
Spectral Dragon Head comes and bites down on you. As he summons it on you.
Oh, that's the legendary action.
No, it's his turn. It's top of the round now. Unless Bruce.
Oh, gotcha.
Let me
I was
take a
gonna
look
say,
at versus
I'm not sure.
stat sheet actually really quick. Where is it?
What did we need to hit him again?
24.
24?
Where is she?
She's in NPC art. Now you just scroll up a little bit.
I mean, Dissonant Whispers, I think, is verbal.
I don't
If
think
it's
she
just
has
verbal,
that.
Oh, no.
just look at that.
And then there was a psychic one. I thought that was on there.
Phantasmal Killer? I don't
Phantasmal
know if
Killer.
you get it right.
Yeah, so she has Phantasmal Force and Phantasmal Killer, but that's basically all her offense.
Let me take a look at Phantasmal Killer.
She's not a fighter. She's a
It's all psychic
she's a
damage, isn't it? That's not good
performer,
against
so-
Rhogar currently.
Not.
Oh, somatic. That's
He's-
stupid.
Oh, it is.
Rhogar, as he summons the Spectral Dragon Head again.
Oh, I can inspire,
Right now
apparently.
on you, Jasper. 29 to hit.
That will hit. Oh, one. That would be a glancing blow anyway, but
Would 28
still.
have been a glancing blow for you?
28 would have been. Yeah.
Oh, that
Apparently,
would
Brissa can inspire.
Doesn't do me any good
so, Austin, you get a Brissa inspiration, I guess.
Hey.
No, it's going with the Jasper. What am I talking about?
yeah. She wouldn't give
Yeah.
it. She'd give it to her man first. Which no, it's not.
Well-
She's not a Valor Bard. Never mind.
Wait a minute. Can I add Hargus's thing to my AC?
Yeah, he's
If
a
you have
Valor
it,
Bard. Has he inspired you?
have a thing from Harkus?
Yeah, I've had
also reaction.
I've had an inspiration for a while. Yeah, but it costs a
He did
reaction.
give you one, so yeah.
It costs a reaction to use it.
I'll
Yeah.
check.
So
But
it's
a
a question whether
D12
that
could be
or
better
the
than a shield.
Shield would save you here because
Yeah,
if
I mean-
you out of the
A D12 could be better, so
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Oh,
it's a reaction to
The
do
reaction.
it.
It's
Oh,
a gamble, but if a shield
I gotta
definitely
try.
won't
I gotta
work, then
try.
it's-
Yeah.
See how inspired
Okay.
it was?
Wait a minute. So the best I could do is, I mean, oh gosh, I got to get like, so I'm sitting at an 18 right now,
we need a 9.
and I need, yeah. What'd you say it was, a 29 to hit?
29, so you would need an 11.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez, 11 or
gosh.
12.
11 or
No
12.
way.
But you could
No way.
succeed.
I could. There's no way.
It's like a 15% chance.
I mean,
this is the
You
time
use
for
it
these
here,
odds.
or you
to-
get swallowed by this dragon head, knowing what it does.
Oh, that would be so cool, though.
There's no way.
There's
no way.
You got a 20%
Now,
chance.
hold up. So,
Wait a minute.
is your
It was acid damage inside the dragon, though.
Yes, and there's a chance that somebody could hit it and
Yeah.
destroy it before it hurts
Yeah,
you.
I really
But-
think I'm going to need that reaction to mitigate
but
some
the-
acid damage.
But the other thing is, you will avoid the bite damage from it right now.
Sure,
That's true.
Oh.
It is a ton of bite damage,
Yeah.
It can be.
and you won't get swallowed at all. So,
Go big or go
just
home.
no way.
situation.
so does your
There's no way.
shield?
11 or 12?
Does your
Shield
shield
gives me
give
plus
you-
5, but it's a reaction.
Right, but that gives you a glancing blow.
No, 28.
Oh,
just
okay.
one
Well,
below a
you
glancing
might
blow.
as well then. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to.
Yeah, shield doesn't do me any good.
The absorb elements, but I don't know. There's a chance you could avoid it entirely.
On an 11 or 12, this is such a waste of time. I hate
No, it's not. No, it's not.
There's
It's the
no way
final
I'm going to get it.
countdown, man.
I don't trust my luck that much. I don't have that kind of luck.
Makes up for all the low initiative rolls. They're adding up right now.
Have faith
this-
in Hargus's inspiration.
Oh,
An 11 or a 12 saves you so much damage.
Oh
It's
my
gotta be worth the
gosh.
risk, right? No.
But then you won't have the inspiration for something else. That's
Need
I
the
know.
all
only
your hit points, right?
downside.
Having been bitten by that thing before, I would absolutely try. 'Cause
Well,
it
well,
bites
look at
so
it this
hard.
way.
But
If Brissa
if I
inspires
do-
you, it gets back to your turn. I don't know.
All right, fine.
He's doing it. Oh, this is
I'm
gonna suck.
doing
It
it.
doesn't work.
It's the worst. I hate this. The worst thing is when you try for something that you just know isn't gonna work.
But if it does, it's so fun.
All right, you ready? Here it is. Here it is. It's the sparkliest purple bard die. It's Scanlan Short Halt's bard die. So
Come on.
That counts. That counts.
Stu.
Counts as
Oh,
advantage. Oh,
dang it.
You had to use the Scanlan die.
Awful.
Oh, it was worth
It
a
was
shot.
worth a
right?
shot.
It wasn't. I knew it wasn't worth a shot. It wasn't worth a shot.
Peer pressure.
Literally just succumbed to it. All right, I get chomped.
Okay, so yes, it does bite you. You take the 29 points of damage. And then you are swallowed. You are considered total covered while swallowed. So even though technically you can see people, you're behind total cover while you're swallowed.
Oh, 29.
So spells
I
going
thought-
out would be blocked by that.
I thought it did like 70 damage to me.
Um,
I
Did it roll low?
it did roll really low.
Okay.
That's part of it. And it didn't do 70 damage to you in one hit. It's the combination between the acid and the bite that hurt you so
Maybe I'm
bad.
thinking of something else. I could have sworn I hit 70 damage in one turn, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, that's because the bite critted you, I think.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah, because I remember there
So if
was
this
like
bite crit, then
yeah, because he did
just
silvery
ended
barbs and it critted anyway or something. That's what it was. So that makes sense.
Yeah. That also means Rhogar can't attack you with his two attacks, so he will.
I'm gonna stay in the comfortable bosom. I'm gonna stay in the warm bosom of the dragon.
So he will move towards Hargis and attack Hargis. Then
Do I get an opportunity attack?
you
No,
do
I
not.
did that flyby nonsense.
Oh, dang it, Rhogar! You jerk!
You should have destroyed the air pillar.
How is that? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So he will attack you. Okay. So, Hargis
yes.
does oh gosh, that was a 3? Holy crap! I don't think that hits you. What's your AC?
19, right?
Let me go back.
Oh, it's 20 because of his little ascension thing, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, let me find it here.
That's a miss.
Oh, it's 19.
Never mind, it makes up. Second one's a crit.
No, wait a minute. No, it's 20 because I got that armor upgrade for 1 point.
Well, your divinity thing that happened from your father's
I couldn't
blessing.
figure out how to add that to my character thing.
Make a note of it.
Yeah.
The so natural 20 on the second, so it's like you got hit twice. Ugh. I would have preferred to hit you 3 times. Or more.
Or Rhogar.
Double ones? What the crap?
It's been steady
Oh, yeah.
to do that, and he has.
He's getting tired.
Oh yeah,
I
technically,
just wonder if a
technically-
power word stun would have any
Even though it's a
effect on it.
crit.
technically he has
20 has
disadvantage
that
on all his attack rolls because I critted him last turn.
Oh,
Slasher
Shazam!
feet. It's at least one of his attacks. Is it all of them?
Yeah, it's all of them until like technically the start of my next turn, which is just me being dead. So 1 round basically.
Okay.
Is it all his attacks?
Yeah, if I get a crit.
Crit
If he
once?
crits with the slasher feet.
I'll
then-
double check.
I'm not sure I like that rule anymore.
Why? Because I crit all the time? When you score a critical hit, and in this case a 19 qualifies because I have that bib, that deals slashing damage, I do that, you grievously wound it. Until the start of your next turn, disadvantage on all attack rolls.
There you go. I could have saved targets even after.
30 to hit instead. I'm gonna re-roll the damage dice because I rolled the crit dice, and that's where I got the ones on.
Fair enough.
Not that it matters much, it is a little less damage. It's 24 compared to 27, because the crit was terrible with the double ones. 24 radiant damage to Hargus, and 13 lightning damage, which I don't believe he's resistant to anymore, but he could use absorb elements against it.
Does Rhogar's dragon attack qualify as his attack?
How do I do the absorb element?
So what happens is when he uses the dragon to bite down on somebody, or some of his other special abilities, he can only make 2 attacks as his bonus action. After.
Yeah, but what I'm asking is, does he make the attack with the dragon?
No, that it is considered a summoned creature. It just uses his action.
Fair enough. It was worth a try.
Handy things, those summoned creatures.
No, technically, it is his ability. You know, I'll just roll. Let's see.
This might save Jasper a bit.
I rolled higher. Never mind.
Ah. Oh, that would have been cool, though, if your 2 had worked out.
That would have been funny.
Rhogar's arm is just so gashed open, he's just like, oh, it hurts too bad, I can't.
The layer action will be the one that is the charisma saving throw for Chip and for the Planetar.
So we get another round of monkey throwing rocks.
Is this the charmed? Oh, it's not. Never mind. It's just 2 creatures, right?
Well, just because there's only 2 creatures. If you guys had 10, it would affect all of them.
Oh, and it's only summoned creatures?
Yes, it doesn't affect you guys.
Gotcha, okay.
He was studying Jasper's moves.
Yeah.
Well, there are certain creatures that it wouldn't apply to, but kind of a moot point at this point.
A moo point, you mean, I think.
A moo point.
It's like a cow's opinion.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. Of course, Planetar pass, monkey fail.
Monkey fail, monkey will attack.
Don't even think about it, Chip.
Planetar on its turn, just so you know.
Monkey will attack Planetar on its turn?
Yeah, and the Planetar will be stunned at that point because the turn won't be over.
That guy's really hung in there.
He has, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because Jasper healed him with Wish.
That doesn't hurt at all. It certainly doesn't hurt.
At least the Planetar will be stunned. That's the end of the lair action. That's the end of Rhogar's actions. He's not looking great. And Dacrin, it's your turn.
Get him, Dacrin! Avenge me!
Should I save our little gnome friend, or should I just try and end this?
I'm gonna kill Rhogar, man.
If he looks like he's on the ropes, you're going for the throat, man. Come on.
Just remember, you take damage and you attack him too. Speaking of which,
yeah, but
I mean, that's why.
So maybe I am.
That's why we all have to attack when we've got as much health as possible, because it's a war of attrition that, we've seen the effects of it. It's just over time you're just going to lose with lair actions and stuff chipping away.
It's true.
And physical attacks chipping away.
All right. So yeah, I look at
chipping away at you guys.
Chip.
All right, I look at the dragon head with Jasper, and I just fly over to Rhogar, and I'm just like,
Jasper's drawn Bigden's blade, and he's like.
The last thing you see is the
careful with that. Maybe the worst thing is on the stream is you actually cut yourself while pretending.
I would have to really try really hard because this is very flimsy plastic. No, it's flimsy plastic. It's not even metal. Yeah, I'd have to be like,
All right, so I'm just like, all right, if I end Rhogar, then all of this pain ends. Firebrands! And I just lunge towards him and make 3 attacks.
Okay.
Fine, come on, you got this.
Is a natural 20.
Oh, by the way, forgot about this. You guys are all within 5 feet. I don't think that there's an opportunity attack when I went for Hargis because he's not far enough away, anyways, on the map. Basically, all he had to do was move away from Jasper to get to Hargis. So Jasper, quote, would have made an opportunity attack, but you guys were kind of in a triangle from what I have marked down here.
Well, he has
Fast,
flyby,
aren't you,
right? So
Yeah, it didn't matter. All I'm saying is because you start your turn next to him on his turn, I forgot to do that damage.
okay.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
First off, Jasper, you took 9 acid damage at the start of the turn from Rhogar.
Even if he's inside the dragon, doesn't he have total
Before
cover?
that,
It's
that
at
was
the
start of Rhogar.
Oh, at the start. Right. Okay. So I would have taken it 2 because it was before
yeah,
he
you would have
moved away
taken
from
it
me.
too. Argus wouldn't have.
So
That's
9
all.
acid.
Yeah, 9 acid.
Reduced.
So you rolled the
5,
crit. Go for your damage.
4. All right. I'm losing my voice if I squeak. And sorry about that.
No psychic, no radiant.
69 damage.
Nice.
And I cut off something.
What damage type overall?
Magical slashing. And that's it. Because I took off the psychic and radiant damage. Mhm.
Well, radiant is resistant.
A radiant halved, right?
Oh, okay. In that case, 7 extra radiant, so reduced to 3.
72 is pretty good.
7 reduced to 3 on a crit, or 7?
7 reduced to 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And I cut off a limb or a wing. Doesn't matter to me. Probably doesn't need them because he's part god, but it's the principle of the matter. I want to chop something off, so. Even a horn. The horn with Jasper's hat perched on it or something, like.
You know what? Let's say you cut off his tail.
Okay.
You
Alright.
finally got the Thagomizer!
Yeah, I did. Take this cannon. Just kidding.
And because you cut off his tail, a little pouch gets gets cut off too, and in the pouch is Jasper's hat that falls on the ground.
Rolls out.
So yeah, I just like fly this gleaming blur of light with my otherworldly guys from the upper planes this time. Just and his tail just like falls off. That was without advantage. I even got the natural 20, so that's pretty awesome. All right, next one. Natural 19, which is a
That's another crit.
It's not a huge crit with the extra damage from the
Blade.
but it
Still
is
crit.
double dice still. So
You do take 10 acid damage from the first hit,
A 5.
reduced to 5. Got it.
and
how
then
much
12
did I-
acid damage on the second hit.
And I take away. Hold up. How much less damage do I do on this thing? Is it 17? How much does a sword of sharpness do?
Doesn't it do like a flat bonus of like plus 17 or something?
14. So, alright.
pretty
So the next crit is
Knickersnack damage.
56. 56 points of slashing. And
The Dragon Slayer, that's pretty good.
yeah, that's what's making it. That's what's ramping it up quite a bit. And then 9 radiant, reduced to 4.
4.
If I get 3 crits in a row, I'm going to just
It'll be
sing
a
a song.
worthwhile
of
endeavor.
victory. Yep. Okay, here we go. Final slash. Double 18s, which is not quite a crit, but still a hit, so I'll take it.
Still pretty good.
That's pretty cool. I rolled a 20, a 19, and then an 18, basically. So
You're getting tired.
yeah,
Akron's getting tired of swinging.
slash off slash off a tail, slash off like maybe his arm down to the bone or something, but not quite all the way off. And then another time I just slash across his face, across his eyes. So that one just does
Acid's making the sword hilt slippery.
23 slashing and 3 radiant. Reduced to 1.
30 damage? No, 28.
24 total. Yep.
24.
No,
We got him! I killed him!
he's
Woo!
defeated. Did you cast Banishing Smite?
I just look at the white blade.
All of the all of
course
our
you can do
PCs look up around, and we are going to need the DM back, though. We're going to need him back to fit. Oh, okay. There we
You
go.
would stop doing that.
That is so pesky.
I also find it ironic that it happened right then.
I know.
I know, we were like, yay, we won. Or maybe I accidentally banished the DM.
Yeah.
I'm like, did I have a second hurl through hell? I'm like,
Yeah.
Legendary.
That's hurl through heck. It's slightly less effective. but it's-
kid friendly though.
But
on
the downside is it leaves them emotionally stronger.
All right, so what'd you say happened there?
So the last bit of damage you did was 24, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like his divinity is like barely there, just flickering, and like he seems to be bleeding and he just breathing hard. As he starts cackling a bit and then just turns and stabs into Hargus with a legendary action.
Oof. Argus, you put your health back at full, right?
Also,
still disadvantage, it's
before I
fine.
end my turn, I bonus action just whack him in the nose with my shield. Doesn't do anything, but
little boop on the snoot.
shove. In terms of athletics, it does 33. It's 33 units of force against his nose, and that's how bad it hurts. But
What units?
no
Doesn't
actual
matter.
damage. Alright, so he attacks Hargus after I did all that damage?
He's trying to take out that disgusting platinum
That's true.
spawn.
I mean, I'm divine at this moment, too. Come on! All I've ever wanted is to be the tank in this campaign, and nobody attacks me. Too scared of my armor of Agathis and my
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Argus is going to change his strategy here for a moment.
Argus, I have some unfortunate news for you. I critted on that legendary action.
I was
Alrighty
with the
then.
grievous wound still.
This is
he
is
does
like
have
a tag
disadvantage
team
still.
pro wrestling
On-
jamboree here.
Disadvantage?
That's dumb.
For a whole round.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
think I like that rule because that's just way too much disadvantage for just one thing. It's not like the effect goes away.
It's in this case, it's very powerful because he has actions all throughout the round. Normally, it's probably just on their turn, but yeah, in this case,
Well, it would be on their
maybe,
turn and any opportunity attacks that they make.
Huh.
So I don't know if that's
That's
well
usually
balanced in my mind. So,
I mean, you could argue that legendary attacks are
Yeah,
legendary, and
I won't
just
be insulted.
ignore that.
we'll just keep going with it at the moment. But
Maybe it just negates the crit. Maybe it only negates the crit. It still hits.
Yeah,
Ah,
so
okay,
yeah.
have his crits.
because they
Yeah.
roll lower, that's not as bad. So that's only 26 radiant damage and 11 more lightning to Hargus, and then Hargus, it is your turn.
So 37 total damage to you, Hargus. Just then.
And was it lightning damage?
Lightning
yeah, but you
damage
lost.
anymore.
But you lost
Yeah.
your resistance, if I recall correctly, unless you want to use your absorb elements. So
Yeah, I will absorb elements.
Yeah, might as well,
That's
right?
a good time.
That's his armor. That doesn't count as him casting a spell. I'm gonna argue that.
yeah, no, that's not
I didn't
him
think you had to
casting
actually
spells.
use
That's him using a magical item.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the new rules probably agree with that because I don't think it says use a magic action, so he's good.
Hargus, because he is full of venom and vinegar right now,
That's right. Young
This-
buck.
this may not fly, but I'm going to try it. Let me see here. Hold on. Hargus lets loose of his spear and grabs Rhogar's. He's using a sword, right?
Yeah, he has 2 little radiant blades that he's summoned.
He's grabbing his hands and attempting to bite him on the nose.
What a weird kiss.
Using his tavern brawler.
Oh man, he's going session 1 here with Tavern Brawler.
Okay.
I grab him by the wrist. I'm like right in his face, and I'm saying something insulting in dragons, such as questioning his spawning rights. And I'm going to attempt to bite him on the nose and not let go. I have advantage with my wraps of the mummies. So as I grab him, they leech out and wrap around him.
Around his hands, okay.
Right. Which pulls me in even closer to his snout.
Is he undergoing the warp spasm, Scott? Has he got the warp spasm?
I'm about to warp his face! I'm about to put a kid in heating on him, you can.
If you guys ever read old Celtic stories about the warp spasm, they're pretty amusing.
Nice reference.
They're the thing Celtic warriors were said to go through right before battle when they were super into it. Like, their bones break and crack, they vomit their liver through their mouth, and their teeth peel back to show their skull. It's like the most bizarre thing that doesn't sound like it would be super helpful. But
definitely sounds like mushrooms.
Yeah, you got to read full descriptions of the warp spasm. It's pretty great.
I haven't heard that in a long time. I'm going to have to go back and read it.
Yeah, check them out.
Well, I think I'm going to... If I can grapple him, that leaves him open for everybody's attacks of opportunity.
He's just rolling to hit with the...
I mean, he's too big to, like, immobilize, but you are attached
Oh,
to
shoot.
him, so...
Well, his hands were both right there.
You had
So... I think that'll give everybody else advantage when they attack him, at the very least.
You gonna make
I'm
a
probably
second
thinking
attack and
around.
stab him?
Hmm?
Want to make a second attack and stab him or something?
Well, I
Yeah,
need
do-
to do inspiration. But yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
already hit him.
Sweet.
This is horrifying, this warp spasm thing.
Pretty awful, isn't it? And it doesn't sound like it would be helpful to the guy undergoing the warp spasm, does it?
21 points of damage, and whatever I'm saying to him has inspired somebody. Who is up?
Me.
Jasper.
Give it to
Jasper probably
Jasper.
can't hear or see you.
So,
Austin, it is. Dacron,
okay,
Dacron, you hear what I'm saying? Is,
Tavern brawling and biting him on the face.
and I hit him for 21 points of damage as I drop my spear and grapple him.
You take,
With those dragon
in
jaws.
return,
A
you take
mouthful of acid.
13 acid damage back.
Yeah, this is a warp spasm moment.
That's okay.
The acid.
Yeah.
Austin is duly impressed by the warp spasm. That's good to see.
As I continue to gnaw and try to take a chunk out of his snout, I want to make sure he's good and focused on me.
Okay, let me
Hopefully
let
it
me
gets
get this
stabbed
straight.
in the
So
kidneys.
you only made one attack then, right? Or are you trying to grapple? What are you?
I think
because
he
you know
grappled and then attacked.
Yeah.
I think that was his action, and then inspired me with
I
a
think-
bonus action.
and then
I
you
think I
inspire
need to use
attack
my
with one.
attack to bite him
Okay.
as opposed
He
to using
will-
a weapon.
Use his next legendary action to like kind of headbutt you. I'm saying that, but it's just normal attack with disadvantage.
I don't think he can headbutt. He'd have to like rake it with his claws or something because it's attached to his, or maybe just swings his head and And
He's got horns and stuff.
and he takes like just strain damage from
Grab
the
parties his
centrifugal
legs and
force.
headbutts him in the back.
Disadvantage. It's a 32 to hit,
Ooh.
but the damage is fairly low this time. It is 18, 18 radiant, and 9 lightning to you,
And
Hargit.
I can continue to absorb that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could
yeah,
cast your
it's your
action again because you just had
Oh.
your turn, and I think you
Well,
have one more
It would
charge.
be an action,
or-
though, wouldn't it?
I think you have one more charge of your reaction from your armor because it gave you like absorb elements 3 times or something that way.
I'm going to save it.
Okay. So, yeah, just the 18 radiant and 9 lightning at that point.
Okay. And I threw inspiration on towards Dacron.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's got the inspiration. That was the legendary action. Jasper, your turn. Which
The whole
also
time
means
Hargit's a
start of the
screaming,
turn.
unintelligible.
As the acid
gibberish.
burns you inside, you take 41 points of acid.
Well, if it's his turn, he could still use his reaction.
I was going to ask, do I have my reaction back at the top of my turn? I think I do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can I
Yeah,
halve it? All right, so 41, so 20 acid. Okay. Okay. And I'm in the dragon.
I was hoping there would be some sort of physical chest. He'd lose in
You're
a
thinking about loot.
team of looks, but I think he would definitely lose in a contest of looks. But I would love to roll some acrobatics against him. Anyway, sorry.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good.
just
Jasper,
okay.
what you doing?
Man, that's so frustrating. Never mind. That answers that
I
question.
keep forgetting he's so big.
My Planetar is still stunned, huh? So he can't.
Yeah, monkey's throwing
Can't
rocks
do
at him.
anything.
And Monkey's throwing rocks at the
Monkey's throwing
planet.
All right, Monkey will throw 2 chunks of rock at him.
Chip,
I can think of his
drop
monkey in the
it,
trunk.
Don't you dare.
His AC is 19, so 1 hit, 1 miss.
Nice.
And I'll roll the damage for that in a minute here. And then Jasper wants to get out of this thing. How's he gonna do it? Tell you what. Jasper levels the storm lance through the dragon, cocks it once, and then flips the cone of cold button and shoots that towards Rhogar through the dragon, so it'll blast out and hopefully hit Rhogar and I want to
You
angle
have
it.
total cover, don't you?
Casting cone of cold from inside the mouth, basically out towards Rhogar and that.
I imagine however I'm hitting the dragon, I assume is well. I don't know.
Imagine yourself being in an enclosed space like you've been swallowed, and then you're casting cone of cold. So yeah, if you bust through, then I'll say the rest of the cone of cold would affect whatever's in your path that way.
Okay, and then I would like to transmute it from cold.
Remember, I said whatever else is in your path that way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's in the path of me.
I mean, you can see it is technically translucent, but you just also know your total cover is. Like you've been locked inside the invisible car or something.
Yeah, it's see-through, right? I can see through it.
Yeah. It's just for the purposes of casting spells and that, you're considered behind total cover.
Okay.
It's like hitting an invisible wall.
Okay, I guess I'll see. I'm gonna transmute it anyway.
So, for example, if you have a spell that says a point that you can see within range,
okay,
you could still cast that at a point that you could see within range. But if it was something that was like fog or breath weapon or cone of cold, it has to get past the total cover first.
He'll kill it quick. It's fine.
Gotcha. Well, I guess we'll find out. And I'm going to
What's the damage
transmute it. I'm going to transmute it into thunder
Nice.
using a sorcery point.
You're doing thunder damage with the
Stormlance, yeah.
Cone of thunder.
Cone of thunder.
thunder.
I'm gonna break this thing's teeth out. Maybe. I guess we'll find out.
It's gonna be the loudest noise in like the closed spot like that.
Roll 8.
What's the saving throw on that?
On.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a con save. I don't think a 20 beats your Constitution save, so it's full damage.
It is not. For 41 damage.
41, noted. Not enough to destroy.
Ah, well. That is unfortunate. Bonus action, I will drink a health potion.
It's just sitting there. It's like burning. So there's just like acidic liquid sloshing around in the same area that he is up in the Spectre. Very odd sight. Oh, God.
Alrighty.
I need you guys to cast spells at Rhogar.
Wouldn't you just like to see Hargis and Jasper cast spells?
I know. I would like to see that. I would like to cast spell.
Goodness. Goodness. What does he do?
Haha. Getting a little nervous, are you, Rhogar?
DM.
Dacker will say that. with its divinity flickering, I'm getting, and me at full health, I'm getting really like.
You're feeling a little cocky?
Real cocky. No more death tricks. No more friends.
Yeah, he's gotta do this. So legendary action at the end of Jasper's turn, and he will attack Hargis one more time with disadvantage.
Just trying to get some.
Danny, while I'm grappling, wouldn't he
With
have to break
disadvantage.
grapple first?
No, he can still attack you. Grapple just prevents all of his movement, and we could reason that it would prevent certain spell casting, but it's not going to prevent him from being able to bite and attack you.
Hilarious.
Plus, he's like one size bigger than you, or two sizes bigger than
I
you.
keep forgetting how much bigger he is than me. I don't know if I would have done that if I'd have realized.
I did reason that since you've done this, if he was trying to flee or run away, you'd be at half movement while you were grappling him.
Nice.
That makes sense. I like a scale of kind of, abilities that grappling can kind of affect like that.
Yeah. However, because of the disadvantage, I don't think a 17 hits you.
Woo-hoo.
So, no damage. That is Shaz's turn, and I guess, Brissa, one of the things you could do is you could try and have Dakrin or Shaz's mom try and break with strength checks the brooches on the other two.
I don't want them in the fight. I don't know if they can help us. I feel like we're still kind of the only ones.
Maybe you don't, Austin, but what would Dakrin
No,
do?
that's what I'm saying. Dakrin, like he just wants them to stay back. Let the professionals work. I don't think he has any idea that Brissa knows much beyond just like.
So we go to the afterlife with Chaz. How is it there?
He's walking with the dog. Nice puppers walking by your side.
Yeah, we beat up the Reaper and just kind of left.
Probably
Don't
takes.
fear the Reaper.
He's having you fill out forms.
It probably takes at least a minute to pass to the other side because that's during like the revivify window. and then maybe the next 10 days, which is the raised dead window, you're filling out
in the waiting room.
paperwork, or yeah, something like that. And then after
There's
that, it's
this
just
in
your
hell?
pet going.
What the heck? Oh,
Kaz comes in through the doors again
Sort of a chill
of this
zone.
chamber with a halo over his head.
Shadow's like, what do you need my address for? I'm dead!
What do you need my address for? I'm dead. Okay. Noted. And we'll go back.
I guess Brissa will just mage armor and inspire Hargus, because Hargus deserves it.
True, she can do that. So you have an inspiration die, which is a D6 from Brissa?
D10.
D10
Yeah,
from Brissa.
she's like level 13 or something, so.
Alright, so you got a bardic inspiration from Brissa. You could use it on saves, right?
That's
And
novel.
about it.
Saves, ability checks, attack rolls?
Yeah.
Attack rolls,
That's
ability
it.
checks, saving
Yep.
throws. Yeah.
But she's not a Valor Bard, so you can't use it on like damage or
Yeah, there's no special effects.
My Discord froze again, so it might close here in a bit, but I'll just keep talking
man.
about that.
Whose turn is it?
It will be Rhogar's turn at the top of the round again.
Ooh.
Not that much going on.
Not that much going on.
That's recharging. That's recharging. Does he do it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's going to point towards Dakrin and say, "I've had enough of you. Play with him."
Yeah, you have.
It's a sickening feeling. Shaz would be the only one that would recognize this feeling. Dakrin, because of your true sight, I guess you know of its presence.
Oh,
say.
you got a spectral buddy too.
But the Reaper appears behind Dakrin.
The Reaper pats Shaz's ghost on the shoulder. Goes, listen, nothing personal, but I gotta go with this guy now. Saunters over this.
Listen, can you make it the rest of the way yourself? I just got a...
Literally
my
just
pager
follows
just went
the
off.
road.
I got working.
You just want to fall out actually over that way.
No, get back here. Here's your copper piece. Get back here.
Just kind of go with the astral flow. You'll get there soon enough.
Actually, I think that dog would take you if you.
At the beginning of each of your turns, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Kill him quick.
I'll just be like, let's hope he's faster than he was with Shaz, for your sake.
But then he will turn and attack Hargus with his roundabout keys. So,
Ooh.
oh, natural 20.
Hey,
Man, he is mad at Arcus. Holy cow.
I got his
Hargus
attention.
and Jasper are the ones that can bring you guys back. So if he ever wants you actually dead, he has to get rid of these two. And then the second attack is just a normal hit. But first hit with the crit. Ooh.
Okay,
There he
When
goes.
he comes back, let's remember the last thing he said was... Wait, another crit? I think he's rolling.
Well, I definitely made a mistake on the grapple. I always think there's something grander going to happen when I grapple somebody than what does.
I feel like you always
So-
grapple things that are like 20 times your size.
Well, my reasoning was it would force him to spend his energy fighting me and leave everybody else alone.
That
That's what
works
he's
perfectly
doing.
well, so
Right.
that's actually, yeah, that part of your
That
plan
does
worked
seem to be
perfectly
functioning.
well.
It's
Does not want a thing
hanging.
hanging off his nose. So.
Unfortunately, 5th edition doesn't have really good mechanical ways to do that. And it's
Right.
like Austin was saying about wanting to be the tank, like the DM just has to go like, okay, I'm gonna let you be the tank and then try and hit you all the time. But there's no real good rules for it, which is kind of frustrating. Can't really impose yourself and interpose yourself most of the
You baby.
time.
So, Hargus, with his one crit and one hit, that's 72 radiant. And then 214.
Absorb elements should still be up.
You can either absorb elements on the 27 lightning,
I'm gonna absorb it this time.
Okay, so that will be reduced to 13. And then you'll take another 13 from the second hit because you absorbed the first hit.
Okay.
So 26 total on the lightning damage, 72 on the radiant.
All right.
Oh boy, you guys gotta stab this guy real good. Gotta do some real good stab.
And then layer action.
Oh, those things.
Those things.
It's the only one that can happen currently that affects anybody is... Oh. I'm dumb. That is the layer action, was the Reaper.
Whatever.
Oh good.
Well, the reason why that's important is because that means I still have 2 attacks with Rhogar.
2 more on Argus?
He has
Yeah, he
4
gets, like,
attacks unless he
Oof.
performs either his
Oof.
summoning of the dragon head, or he does one of 2 other abilities that he has. But the layer action is part of his kit. It's just a question of whether or not I do that, or do a different layer action and something else. And I'll just keep with what it is. So I think he'll just wail into Hargus at this point.
Ow.
Sounds good.
Next attack, 23 to hit on you, Hargus. Unless you have shield or
hit.
something.
I don't. No.
Okay. And then 27 to hit. So 2 more hits.
We're running out of HP.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 48 radiant damage. More. And 30 lightning damage.
15?
No, not reduce. He already did it on the earlier move.
I thought it starts until his next turn.
Absorb elements?
Yeah, it gives you resistance, doesn't it?
Is it per the move or for the turn? Because if it's
I
for
can
the
check.
turn, then yeah, it's reduced. But
It's for the turn. It's for the turn.
If
It's
you,
until the start of your next turn.
so it would be
It's the
15. Okay.
Yeah, it's
it's
for the
mute.
round.
I'm already unconscious.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the radiant. I mean, that's the real kicker. So
Yeah, true. There goes Hargus.
So
Again.
Argus still tethered to him with his wrappings. Just
oh,
like
Brady!
still tethered to him though. So if he attacks the rest of you, his body will be flung into you.
Human shield. Uses Hargus as a flail.
Oh, yeah.
Stay dead this time.
Stay down.
It's the last of the things. Dacre, it's your turn. Roll the Constitution save at the beginning. Not that it will matter much, because now the Planetar is going to be able to attack this turn too. How much did the monkey do to the Planetar?
He
If
did.
anything.
No, he did. He hit once. He rolled 15. Yeah, 15 damage to the planet.
Oh, and at the start of turn for Dacrin, because it's not going to matter for Hargus, take 9 acid.
Okay.
Hargus?
You're just unconscious. It would have happened at the beginning of that round, but he got attacked and then knocked out anyway. So it
So he
doesn't matter.
loses a death save from the acid, or
No, he doesn't.
No, it happened before the damage.
It would have happened before the attacks.
got it. Okay, so that's a
Thankfully.
21 with my con save. Is that a failure or success?
That's a success.
Okay. All right.
21 is the DC, so.
All right. I look at Rhogar and say, "Look at both of us." I'm laughing like super cocky at this point. I'm just like, "Look at both of us. both of us half-breeds. But the difference is I was born of elf and human, strength and spirit. You're half dragon and half demon, corruption and failure. Doesn't that fill you with anguish? I'll do power word pain. Does he have 100 hit points or less?
Yeah.
So I wiped that grin off his face.
No,
And he's going to writhe in pain.
Hold on. Is it just 100 HP or is it 150 for power pain?
It is 100.
Really? It's only 100 for power word pain?
Yeah, if the target has 100 hit points or fewer, it is subject to crippling pain.
What is the condition it causes?
Any speed it has can be no higher than 10 feet. And he has disadvantage on everything except Constitution saves. And if he tries to cast a spell, he must first succeed on a con save, or the casting fails and the spell is wasted.
Okay,
and then he
so
makes
it's
a
not
con
like
save at
thunder.
the end of each of his turns.
So it's not like a stun or something else that way. Okay, yeah, no, then it works. Yeah, it takes effect. Okay.
Alright, so I enjoy the sight of him writhing in pain and just like screaming, that smile and chuckling off his face finally gone. And that'll be my turn.
Come on, Hargus.
By the way, Jasper, when you cast Absorbs Elements,
Now.
did you roll the damage that you took from Wish?
I thought about that afterwards, so instead I just took that extra damage, because it would have had to have been a level 3 absorb elements, which is just silly, so I gave myself the extra damage.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Did you
No,
roll
I
one
thought
just to see?
I thought about that afterwards. I didn't roll it because I was like 3d10 for for an absorb elements. There's no way.
20 damage less.
Yeah, no way.
I do regret not just attacking him instead of doing that grapple.
However, you
I totally
I think it's
forgot.
awesome.
You do take
big
the
he
spell
was.
damage for the Cone of Cold.
That was through the storm lance, so Jasper didn't.
Oh, through the item. Okay.
Yeah.
That was his one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you hadn't cast that yet. That was the
I was
the
saving
one
it
charge
for
a day.
something cool. Saving it for something cool. Not trying to get out of a lousy grapple.
So, Powered Pain, oh my gosh. I hope that... Oh, gosh. Now,
How long does that last for?
okay. So he's got disadvantage on everything now.
Forever.
Have you
Until he
read the books,
succeeds on a
Aragon?
Constitution save.
Oh no.
At the end of his turns, right?
No.
That means
So
all these
at the-
legendary actions are going to be at disadvantage anyways.
Yep.
Have you read the Aragon series? No? Oh,
can't
well, I
attack-
can't use that reference.
He
then.
can attack Hargus, and Hargus can, quote, die right now if I do the legendary action that way.
Curse of the Dragons.
Would he though?
No, the
like
pain
after
you
all
caused.
this trouble, this half elf who's glowing with divine golden horns and wings, who's being, touching the upper planes just like he's trying to.
Yeah. There's a part of him that's like sadistic and like intelligent enough to know to finish off Rhogar, or finish
Hargus.
off
Hargus.
Hargus,
Oops.
and like just watch you guys in anguish as he picks you off one by one. But at the same time,
Now he's just like ah.
It's a tricky one.
yeah, he's gonna use this legendary action to attack Hargus. And the only reason why he's not attacking Jasper is because he's in total cover.
Living his best life.
As he's like gritting his teeth in pain and he goes to attack
If I
Hargus, I'm like,
remember
come
about
on,
this-
what does it take for you to attack
If it
me?
was a retcon all the way to the beginning, I would have used the Dragon Bite on Dakrin and then attacked Jasper with melees.
That would have been the smart thing to do.
And I misplayed myself because I didn't even read my own session notes to tell me that that's what his first moves would be. And instead I did it completely different.
We'll take it.
The result would have been the
Rhogar
same.
down. So yeah, attack on with disadvantage on. That's a hit. So just 2 failures at range. So
I think it's a straight hit if he's right next to him, right? Because advantage, disadvantage cancel out.
He's gonna hit. Yeah.
well, no. I mean, it's 2 failures because it's considered a crit because it's a melee.
Right, but the advantage that you roll, not that it matters, but like, I don't think you would have disadvantage because the advantage of him being prone and incapacitated cancels it out, right?
Not worth worrying about.
Yeah, not enough to worry about.
Yeah.
Hargis, it's your turn.
Oh,
This is your
Hargis,
make or
nat
break
20.
moment on your death saving throw. If you roll a nat 20, you're up with 1 and you're able to disrupt Rhogar for a bit longer.
I
Technically,
think
he
I
has
will
burst
continue
his
to
inspiration.
feign death. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
I think
Oh, hold
Do
on.
I get to add anything to that?
I mean,
You
you
have
can roll,
inspiration
you can
die.
add Briss's inspiration.
Oh, inspiration
It's a
die.
D10.
I forgot something
My
that makes
first
this kind of a moot
inspiration
point.
die.
What was that?
Hargis takes the acid damage at the beginning of the round from being next to Rhogar.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
so,
just
that would have
died.
been the other death save, huh?
Yeah. So he would have just
But-
died.
But then you'll also make the death save at the beginning of your round too. I think
There's
we
one
said.
death save from the acid, 2 death saves from him legendary action stabbing him at the end of my turn, so...
Oh,
I think
from the
he'd be
last
out,
round?
Yeah.
Damn it. What do?
No,
we're down
last
to-
round. Last round he took the acid at the beginning, and then he got knocked down.
Oh,
He said-
What do
that's
you mean?
true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's not
So
Rhogar's
this
turn
round-
yet, so he hasn't taken acid, right? This was just a
Rhogar
legendary
just had his
action.
turn. That's how Dacron had his turn.
Right, and he was already down from the acid damage.
Oh yeah, and he already was down. Okay, no,
Right.
he still has it. So roll your dice.
So what was it?
Okay.
Not a 20?
I rolled a 16, but I have +7 with my inspiration. So
Oh.
21.
It's up to you, Briss's
rolled a really
inspiration.
good save, but all that means is you have 1 save and 2 failures at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So-
Save the inspiration for later.
Save the inspiration.
So save the inspiration for when you get
Oh,
brought back
okay.
to life by somebody.
I think he thought
Alrighty then.
that like
It's
rolling
only a
higher
nat
than
20.
a 20. Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
thought
it's
Oh,
only a
only
nat.
nat
so.
20.
Only a
Oh.
nat 20, Hargis. Yeah.
So, all right, that's Hargis' turn.
Uh
Legendary action.
I will continue to hang out.
huh. Yeah.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm feeling much better.
He's only mostly dead.
Legendary action. I will hit Dacron.
Finally, bring it on.
I think if he was to ask Hargis, he would
It's a
have to
31 to
say,
hit.
I feel pretty dead.
It's
Oh, sorry, a 29 because of disadvantage, right?
hits.
But it's radiant damage, which I believe you're immune to.
Yep.
Whoa, that's awfully handy.
So instead, you just take the lightning damage. But now Rhogar knows you're immune to the radiant damage because he sees that it doesn't affect you. But you take 16 lightning damage, which you're also resistant to, if I recall correctly.
No, I don't think I am.
You're not.
Nope.
Oh, you used that one.
I'm resistant to fire from my fire shield, necrotic from my breastplate, and acid from my tattoo, but that's it.
As he sees the blade pass through you and, like, almost to no effect, his grimace turns into, like, a little bit of irritation at what he just witnessed.
Yes.
Between the power word pain.
Yes.
You know, I'm trying to wonder who the
Loving
actual
looking at
villain
him.
is here with the way he's laughing about this. Yes! Yes!
Justice. Try to laugh through that. I felt that pain before.
Jasper,
and it's
beginning of your
impossible.
turn.
Beginning of my turn.
You take all of damage again.
Yes, some delightful acid.
Let me pull that up. Could be a low roll. You never know. I see a lot of
Never
6s
can
and 1s.
tell.
That's 59 acid.
59 acid. I am going to absorb those elements because that
And
is
then
a lot of
see
acid.
how much.
Well, level 3, even a level 3 spell's not gonna. It should be worth it.
Is that all you
so.
have? You don't have any level 1s?
No, I ran out of those a bit ago.
He's not a
What a
he's
weird
not a-
time where that would have been better just for
Yeah.
less necrotic damage. How odd.
I mean, yeah. Didn't know that I'd be
I
cursing
know,
myself.
yeah. It's
Okay, so what was it? 59 acid?
59 acid.
Okay,
so
I
29,
will.
20.
And then I'll roll the d10s now. Low
Yeah,
d10s.
59 halved is 29.
Alright. 11.
So you need
13.
to roll.
And I do 13 extra damage to myself, so it helped a little bit, I guess.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not a lot of it. Alright. Okay. Alright, got that. So now it's my turn. The planar ally will attack Rhogar. Does the planar ally have any advantage or anything on these attacks as he's writhing in pain?
No, just Rhogar has disadvantage on stuff right now.
Alright, no flanking or anything like that with
So
Dacron?
flaily hard to hit.
No.
No? Okay.
But Hargus is still technically attached because of his rafts.
Hard is he still technically dying? You gotta
Alright, I
We're still
will...
participating.
He's out of
That
heals,
is
though.
really quick in this episode.
Yeah, the
I don't
planar
know
ally
what
has
happened.
no heals, yeah. The planar ally is out of heals.
Turned into a weekend at Bernie's kind of thing.
Yeah, right. Okay, 2 attacks coming up. I'm going to use these 2 dice. Come on, I want some nat 20s here, Mr. Planar Ally. Come on, buddy. Not a nat 20.
24 is the AC.
I got a 20. Where's his plus? I forgot what his plus was. I think it's 12. I got a 24 and a miss. Son of a gun.
So glancing blow and a miss.
Oh, no, he's not inspired. Jasper's inspired. I want to give him my inspiration. Dang it. Son of a gun. All right.
You kind of attacked the thing you're trapped in.
I
he
mean,
could throw rocks at him.
Jasper can't do any damage to
Throw
Rhogar,
rocks
though,
at
so
the-
what's he going to do?
The monkey could throw rocks at the spirit head.
Okay,
Summon.
I'll do that. I'll do that. 2 rocks coming at the summons.
The AC on that is 18, so
Yeah, double 19s on my monkey throws. So the first rock probably takes care of it with 3d10 plus 6. So
what's how much damage?
How often do you get to say
so-
double 19 on my monkey throw?
so annoying. So 16, so 22 on the
Like
first
inspired
rock.
rap.
First rock
And-
would pass through, second
Yeah.
rock
Double
would get you in the
19
face.
on my monkey
Yeah.
goes.
But yeah,
And
your
then monkey looks
dispels the
Drive-by jungle
He
gangster.
does? Oh my gosh!
spectral head. That's because he did. Oh wait. Now that I'll keep it to how I've been running it. It says it's supposed to be in a single turn, but I'm going to ignore that because that's not how I create the summon creature.
Couldn't the
But,
219s have been on
points.
the...
Just
But now you're out of the head. That's so cool.
Yes, I am out of the head. That is nice.
Here, let's save you from the head. Chip did a good thing.
Just gonna leave that alone. Just let it
Chip
lie.
did
How much
a
damage
good-
does the plant art do? Because that's going to be a glancing blow, and then the
Um,
radiant is going to be reduced.
Yeah, so instead of 40, let's see, yeah, it would have been, so instead of 32,
Discord froze up again. Just a warning.
yeah, so instead of 32, it is 16. So annoying.
16 total damage?
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, I think we lost him. I already did the
It's all
reductions on
slashing,
those.
right?
It's slashing and radiant, so it would have been more, but he's resistant to the radiant, so I reduced.
Silly, silly.
Well, guys, I'm sorry. I feel like I kind of let y'all down.
No, that was awesome.
No,
So, how much of that was radiant?
I already reduced it by half because he's resistant, right?
So you reduced the radiant by half, and then you did it by half.
Yeah.
again.
So it's It's no. So the total damage is 32, and then that was reduced in half to a 16 total. And it would have been more than 32 if he wasn't resistant to radiant.
I'm confused because the Planetar does mixed damage. How much of it is radiant?
Okay, so
I need
instead
to know.
I know, but I already did that though. Is what I'm saying. It's okay. It's the average is 44. It's 22 slashing, 22 radiant. So if we reduce the radiant to 11, then it's 32 total, but it was a glancing blow, so it's 16.
Oh, good.
Okay.
The most convoluted.
I can kind of see why Mike Merle doesn't like damage types.
So
annoying.
The reason why I needed to know that is because I need to know how much of the damage was radiant. That's all. Because there is a difference between
Irrespective of the reductions.
Yeah, irrespective of the reductions.
So
I just need to know the radiant.
So 11, then 11 reduced to 5 from radiant.
And that's the only reason why I need to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those memes where people it's like something happens and it's like freeze frames. Like if I calculate the distance between the massive, damn it!
Yeah, I know.
My goodness, this is down to the wire, isn't it?
Well, now Jasper's just got to decide what he's going to do with himself.
Your actions. Argus is almost dead. He literally will die at the beginning of the round.
I'm only mostly dead.
Do you still have your action, Jasper?
Yeah, I still have my action.
Okay, I thought Chip went at the end of your turn, but...
Get Argus up, I guess.
Just trying to decide what I could do with it. I could heal him and
do you have a
hurt
potion?
myself really bad.
Left?
I could, spend my whole action giving him a potion. But
Bring
then,
Rhogar down.
I mean,
Argus will live forever.
I'm trying to think how to do that.
You could go free Brissa. I don't know
I guess.
what she could really do.
I think she's safer currently.
Maybe give... Well, I already have advantage.
She's safer just giving inspiration from her awful.
Yeah!
I know, yeah.
Get them Firebrands!
Inspiration!
Do we need to give her pom-poms?
Yeah, because he's got... This spell thing is gonna just...
Past an 8th level. I think you have that spell slot still, don't you?
It's either you go off like a cannon and have your own death burst, or do something else.
Okay. Jasper is what, 10 foot off the ground? Something like that?
Yeah.
Flying 10 foot off the ground. He descends to the ground. The Bigden's blade, drops next to him, because he's been holding the Storm Lance and Bigden's blade, drops on the ground next to him. He polymorphs into a giant ape, picks up Bigden's blade, and goes running into it, using a quickened polymorph so that he still has his action, and goes running in to attack him with Bigden's blade.
So the damage still applies to you.
Yeah, before. So I'm gonna take the 4d10.
That's a great idea, because at least you have the other hit points. As long as it doesn't take you down.
No, I should be alright.
So you're not healing Argus, you're just leaving him to fate.
Bigden's blade would look hilarious in a giant ape's hands. It would be like that big. But it's magical, so...
Yeah.
You know what? This is cool. Let's do it.
Magical. So...
it's pointless to revive Argus.
It is. Because,
I mean, he would say, "Fool, kill the
I know.
butter."
I know.
What are you meant to be for?
Just slaps.
sit in the
Right.
middle,
Jasper's
idiot!
like standing over them with the healing potion. He just slaps. He's like, "Get away from me and go kill them."
Yeah, he wastes his
Okay.
action. Hargus is
Jasper's
slapping
just taking
his aid away.
world as he's just watching all this still.
So do I make it? Do I make the attacks with the same modifier?
I think you just
Plus
use the
1 because I have a
strength.
magical sword. I got 2 fist attacks. Can I make 2 sword attacks?
You don't carry your proficiencies over, as far as I'm aware, to your polymorph form.
I mean, you would do multi-attack. It's just, it would just be.
I think it's just
D6
strength
or
plus
whatever.
1.
It'd just be
Fist
such
with
little.
the...
It'd just be such little amounts of damage, but it would be something because if he's immune
It
to.
would be a magical weapon, so
It
you're
is,
fine that
yes.
way for the purposes of overcoming resistances. You just
Okay.
you're not considered proficient with it as a monkey.
Okay, so I will only roll with his strength then.
Is it a plus
I
1
mean,
blade?
Shaz, if you don't mind looking this up
Is-
while we're
I got it.
You just
Well,
don't. You just don't add your
Agility-
proficiency bonus, so you still
Yeah,
can't.
that-
Yeah,
that's
so it's just
accurate.
straight strength, so plus 6
You-
to attacks.
That's still, oh, that's really high.
So he does get his proficiency bonus even in the even.
No,
Doesn't.
plus
Okay, so he doesn't. So
yeah,
it's
so
just
plus
strength.
9 would be the normal attack.
Strength.
So it's just
Right.
plus strength, so just plus 6 then.
Yeah, so it's just 6 with
Be 20
a
plus 6.
plus 1 magical weapon dagger.
Plus
That
7.
is a D4 that he's attacking him with.
D6.
D6.
It's a short sword, so.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that as the monkey. This is the.
And you'll still get the plus 6 damage to it. So.
Yep.
if you do
Yeah.
that-
All right, come on. 2 attacks, flanking with my Planitar, of course, because I no. Okay.
Yeah, he's big enough to do
We
it.
are both huge. All right, come on. Let's get some nat 20s on this one at least.
That would be
Then-
so fun. Just get an extra 6
want-
damage.
I want giant mantis monkey tar. I guess I would have to do something with hands, so maybe I don't do a mantis this time. That's unfortunate.
A mantis with
Yeah.
hands. Why not? Like
Ooh.
literal hands, just.
Yeah. All right, come on.
Fold and like have to reach out. It's at the very tip, or is it like a giant folded hand?
All right, so 1 hit, 1 miss, and it's a
One
D6 plus
Plus 7.
6.
7.
Oh, yeah, plus
so
7.
12.
Oh,
12 damage.
12 damage.
Yeah.
And then magical slashing. You take 14 acid.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you could be like a giant stick bug, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
What is this nonsense?
Unless the blade could just form into the mantis claws, and then that would
We
be
might
cool.
say that thematically, but we've
Wow.
understood that you.
Yeah, the mechanics
Yeah,
are
using. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think you're allowed to have the objects form into you, sort of.
Okay. What strangeness this world is. Top of the round. Hargus passes away from the aura.
His
Um,
skin melts from the acid, and
You're gonna laugh at this. I rolled just ones. So 3 acid damage to Dacrin, to Hargus, and to Jasper.
reduced to 1.
3 acid damage.
3 acid.
We having a moment of silence or
And
what?
I've got
Yeah, we're having a moment of silence.
and I've got the
Things are looking
we had
bad.
a moment of silence for Hargus. The oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. Fine. At least I got my recharge. Dacrin, you're gonna get bit.
Oh no, not that old thing again. Come on. Come on.
Please work this time.
Yeah, do you have an inspiration?
I have disadvantage, which makes you avoid a crit.
Yes!
That's good. But it's auto swallow, so you're in there.
It be
18
hits.
to the hit, though.
18 to hit, that misses.
Oh, sorry, 18 is on the die. 36 to the hit.
Oh, man. Well, yeah. Hargus's
Hard to get around
inspiration
that.
die won't fix that. The highest I could possibly is a 33, so chomp chomp, I guess.
It will bite you, and then you take the 24 and 14, so 38 damage of the 4.
Okay.
And now you are grappled by a stupid dragon head, which I should have used on you the first turn.
My concentration's fine.
And then I will do the 2 attacks on Jasper's monkey form.
Booga booga.
It's your AC 12.
Something like that. Yeah, 12.
Well, I rolled 3, so I only got a 17.
Yeah, not much. I don't think it's possible for him to miss.
I don't think it is unless I roll a 1, and the other one's a hit as well. So then you take 19 radiant, and here, let me give you the total. 32 radiant damage.
Alright, 32 radiant.
And 15 lightning. As he turns and slashes you twice and just says, "Stupid monkey!" Layer action, the only thing that I can do at the moment is make the Planetar make another save. And Chip also make the save. I assume the Planetar is going to succeed again. Can the Planetar even fail with a plus 12?
I think so. He's got a... I mean, I don't know what the DC is, but he's got
Yeah,
a...
he can definitely fail. It's just he has a really high...
He has a very high save.
What's the effect of failing?
He would have to roll a
Stun.
7 or less, the Planetar.
Right, but what's the effect though? Because Planetars are immune to the
Oh.
charmed condition.
It turns on us.
It's not charmed. They just get taken over for 1 round, and they fight for Rhogar instead.
If he passes, he's stunned.
If he passes, he's
Yeah,
stunned.
I knew that. He's been pretty good so far.
If it fails, then they just
Yeah.
become his minions for a turn. They
Yeah.
obey his commands.
On a nat 20, can he not be stunned? That'd be great.
Sure.
Can he? I mean, can he lose his turn but not have
Well, I mean,
advantage on
that's the
or
same
whatever?
thing. That's the same
Well,
thing.
yeah, but like there's
Stunned
advantage
makes
against
him
it and
lose his
stuff.
turn.
Right? Not that Rhogar seems to care about the Planetars.
No.
I
he
mean,
doesn't
the
care.
layer action only can happen only every other layer action, assuming I didn't use the other ones that were options, which is like the Fear layer action, or the Reaper layer action, or the AoE layer action. It's just that these are the only 2 useful layer actions at the moment against you guys. Because you're immune to fear because of the Hero's Feast, and there's just not enough targets to really constitute the AoE over the Reaper. Well, now there is, because the Reaper's out, and so that layer action can't happen anymore.
I know, I keep thinking that too.
Yeah, that's everything. That's all the turns. It's Dacron's turn at the start of the round. He takes the acid damage and makes a Constitution save.
3,
Which is an 18,
plus
21.
9 isn't going to do it. That's 12.
So 1 failure, 1 success. Dacron is the only one that could potentially fight off his own Reaper, because of
Gotta kill Rhogar.
Yep. All right.
because he can actually see it.
Okay, so that's failure. I was laughing at seeing Rhogar squirm and everything, but then I just saw teeth appear in front of my view, and I'm like, no, John! So I'm just gonna slash my way
58
through.
listed, which is reduced to you.
How much?
58.
58. Holy crap. So 25.
Oh wait, we missed a Brissa inspiration last round, didn't we?
I give it the last one. I give it. Does anyone not have one currently?
I mean, she could.
I think we all got one.
So how much was that? 58. So 29.
58.
Hold on.
So 29 acid. That hurts.
I want to say something so bad, but I can't reveal Rhogar's stats.
Is he vulnerable to... No, he doesn't. We've already checked every single thing. Okay, so my turn to... okay, so took that. Oh man, natural ones on the concentration check, so I'll use another charge of my...
it's a good investment.
My orchid. Only one left, though. Thank goodness for that thing. And it's thank goodness I didn't roll double ones on anything else. Okay, here we go. So, 3 attacks trying to bust out of this dragon head again. Furious with. First attack is 24 to hit.
Yeah, AC is 18.
Okay.
It's not resistant to any type of damage either, other than psychic.
Alright. So
the psychic it's immune to because it doesn't really come back.
Okay.
It's just
so no psychic?
Yeah, 0 psychic damage on it.
Okay, alright.
But
I'll just total up the damage. Okay, so that's 1 hit. 2 hits. 5. And 3 hits. So 3 just normal hits.
How much damage did you reach with just the 2 hits? Because it's got a 60 damage threshold on its HP.
Okay, I haven't reached that yet then. Oh, dang, of course the last one's really high. So the first one was 23, second one was 19, so that's, what, 42? And then the third hit was, 32.
Oh, yeah.
So I cut out of it on the third one, right?
Yeah, on the third one, you dissipate it.
Alright, so
now you're free again.
I burst out.
Roll the charge on it again, and hopefully I get it next turn.
And then, for my bonus action, I pull out of my pocket a potion. Give it a little swirl and drink the potion of the Fizban's mysterious drink.
No.
Wait, did you already drink?
Shoot.
No, I
wait a minute.
I retconned that because I needed my bonus action to use Black Blade.
Oh, right.
So now I'm drinking it. And
Marcus has a box on his chest.
A what?
Flex?
Marcus had a box on his chest that I should have opened.
Okay, so
You have that box!
so I swallow it and a rumbling sound like starts rumbling in my tummy. Or oh, I can't do thunder. Crap. Because no dragons do thunder damage. Dang it. Okay, well, cold, I guess. I think that's the only thing he's resistant to and not immune to, right?
Cold, I will say he's immune to cold, fire, and lightning.
Oh, and acid and poison. Never mind, this is useless.
There are thunder
can
dragons,
I-
they're just
can
not
I-
chromatic.
Can I retcon one thing and just breathe this
I totally wasted a bunch of my
damage?
crap I got to go here.
No, never mind. It probably won't. Well, can I just breathe this damage before my last hit and see if it exceeds 60?
Are you saying you would like to drink it and use that?
Drink it, blast it into the dragon around me, and then see if 2 hits will kill it. I've got it. I've got the order and everything.
Yeah, you had the 2 original hits. You just needed, what, 18 to pass?
28,
threshold?
I think, because it was 32, right? So it's 60?
Right, 32 was your last hit.
32 was my 2 hits, and then my
No, the first 2 hits added up to 42.
No, it was 23 plus 19. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Because 19. Okay, so 42. So yeah, you're right. 18. I should do well with that. We'll see if it. I mean,
if you want to retcon it the other way around, you may.
Okay.
Did you say
So I'll
what
do
dragon type of breaths options did you say were available to you?
acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison. So I thought thunder was one of them, but in this case, I'll just do it before. So I'll do, and it doesn't have resistances except psychic, right?
Yeah, psychic's the only thing that this thing
Okay.
is.
I'll do lightning then. That just seems the coolest. So we'll do lightning. I don't know if it can succeed on a dex save if I'm blasting from inside it, but that's kind of up to you. On a fail, though,
it has a dex. It does have dexterity save. It's just not very high.
I'm just wondering how it could succeed if I was blasting inside of it, but you can roll if you want. I don't even know what the saving throw would be on this, if it's like a fixed one or since it's an item.
How much damage does it do? Because it does half damage even if it succeeds, right?
If it succeeds, yeah. So that's why it's important because it does 25 damage. So
if it succeeds, it would be barely up.
So if it fails, it'll be done.
So what's the DC on it?
That's what I mean. It's an item. So would it just be like a flat 15 since it's like a rare magic item, or because I'm not really
seeing the caster's DC stuff.
Okay. So DC 15
lower, right? So
it's DC 15. So that's what I would have guessed an item would be anyway. So
well, it does have a low dex, but I did roll a 14, and I've got a +2.
Oh, come on. Dang it. Can I use my inspiration to cutting words? Just kidding. Up my save DC? No. Dang it.
Can Brissa cutting words it? Can Brissa cutting words?
She's not a bard. She's a taunting. I mean, she's got inspiration like a bard, but that's.
I was gonna say she's a tawny minstrel. She's definitely a bard.
All right. Well, that's all right. Well, in that case, I need to use my third hit anyway, so I'll just use the rest of my movement, fly next to Rhogar for my next turn. Oh, +2. Dang it. My that's kind of thematically interesting because it's like my low save DC all through the campaign. Never was a big deal before, but today it is. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Chaz Hargis, how's death?
It's not bad. I think I might be in a little bit of purgatory, realizing that, looking at my corpse, that I didn't use any of the items that were supposed to help me in this, including the mystery box on my chest.
Oh, the mystery
and the oil,
box.
I remember he got that
sharpness.
gift, and he's like, "I'll save that for later."
Crap. Does he know what's in it, or is it just a mystery?
I suspect I do, but
I can't remember if he looked in it and was like, "I'm going to save that for later." Like if you told him
old
what was
chest,
in it,
vial of sharpness, potion of resistance, and mystery vial. Apply as needed.
Yeah. Anyways, you got the little
Ring of
box.
spell storing.
Okay. Well, let's go on to the next step here.
All right.
Dacron, that was your turn. Hargis is dead. Jasper.
Just you and me, pal.
I guess that's my turn.
Oh wait, I could do legendary action.
Somebody used my last Hargis
I'll
inspiration.
do a legendary
to get
action
that
with
box open.
disadvantage to attack Jasper. I got a 2, but
Did you actually miss? No, you can't miss. What's the damage?
oh wait, my bonus to hit is higher than your AC, so I can't miss unless.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless it's an at one. Yeah.
So. Just 26 radiant, 13 lightning to you on the legendary.
He still has disadvantage, right? So you rolled for disadvantage. Yeah. Or wait, did he make his con save on his
I
turn?
have to roll 1 to miss his monkey form.
Did he roll his con save on his turn to get out of the pain, or?
Oh, no, I did not. What's the save on
Probably 15. So. Dang that dragon head! I thought I had.
To give you an idea, I have a +11 on Rhogar's Constitution, and I failed.
Oh, seriously? What was it? A roll of like 1, 2, 3?
Well, the only one I rolled a 2,
Oh wow. Okay, good. So he's got disadvantage at least.
so I still have disadvantage because he's still in pain. Maybe he's enjoying it. Maybe he's masochistic. Who knows? We know he's a sadist. Okay, this is dragging on too long. We need to finish
Dragon,
this stupid
get it?
fight.
Dragon on.
Hey,
I'm ready for my turn. So Jasper's done with his.
Jasper.
All right. All right, here we go. Let's see. That is a 15 plus 6 is 21. Plus 7 is 22. Ooh, can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
You
All right,
As far as I know
so-
for attack rolls, right?
Yeah.
From Brista?
Yeah. So I will use my inspiration. 9. So yes, a solid hit. I would still argue that the force of that fist coming down on the blade gives it that 3d10.
Technically
but-
speaking,
It does give it the
ogres do more
6,
damage
like the
than-
extra 6 from your strength, but the weapon itself is.
Okay. 10 points of slashing.
That's something. That's a tenth
Yeah.
of what he has at max.
Pretty much, the Planetar is stunned this turn, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
have the monkey attack the Planetar again.
Okay. You should do 8. Oh wait, that was a D12, so I'm gonna re-roll that one. So actually 1 miss, and then maybe another miss. Hold on. Is that 2 misses, really? You got a 6 on the die, and it's plus 9, 15, so he misses, yeah. Nice. So 2 misses.
Well then. Dirty monkey.
Dirty monkey.
Well, everyone else is dead, so Bursa gives you inspiration.
Giving inspiration to
The bright side is that this fight's going much faster.
Yeah, on the bright side. Gosh. Okay, top of the round again already?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Recharge did not happen.
Can you like reach Hargus's Dragon Slayer blade and monkey him with it?
Oh. That would do
Same
3d6
thing.
extra.
Moving on.
Let's see, monkeys.
I will.
We'll change the subject.
Gosh, the only. So you have one
got.
failure.
We're all running out of resources. Just do what you got.
I will attack Jasper's monkey form 4 times. And I have to do it all with disadvantage because I still have the pain and I don't do that until the end of my turn, don't I?
Yep.
You are likely to hit 4 times.
Well, I will tell you one
again,
thing.
unless it's a nat 1.
Do you have to do
You
concentration
already
checks
avoided
every
a
time you
crit.
get hit, Jasper?
Yeah, been low damage so far.
You avoided 1 crit. You avoided 2 crits.
Holy crap! That's critting like 20 times a session. This is insane. Does he crit on a 19 and 20?
No, he only
15
crits on 20s.
Holy
The crazy
crap,
thing
he's-
is, I've rolled so many d20s
I know.
that I'm just getting frequency.
It's amazing.
I don't think my slasher feat's unfair.
Yeah.
The sheer number of crits I'm getting.
Hey, this is for all those nat 1s. This is karma for that one dwarf in trial fight. That's all.
All the time.
Argus was feeling fine till he realized how badly he'd neglected his character sheet. His character notes. There's no peace in death.
16.
No peas.
No peas either, I hope.
Whoops.
Now, no, I'm in purgatory.
Also, does he do an acid squirt or whatever?
Yeah, at the end. Did you say squirt?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine where the acid comes out. Is it just like, is he sweating it? Is there like a mist?
No,
of
it's
acid?
just the kind of flame-like aura around him.
I just thought he had really bad pores.
a radiant flame-like acid mist.
Okay, 95 radiant damage to Jasper.
Oof. To think that a crit could have made that worse, that is crazy.
Yeah, 2 crits.
Okay. No longer a monkey.
You alive?
Huh?
Oh,
You
I
alive?
probably should have done this one at a time because
It doesn't matter. It all rolls over anyway.
that's
No,
true.
I don't have different. Although I would have a reaction here, but I wouldn't use
What,
it
like
anyway
ow?
because it's radiant, so it wouldn't make any difference. So.
16 lightning, 9.
Rolling on the ground screaming, that's a reaction.
18 lightning. 16. The total on the lightning is 52.
52 halved to
Halved for what?
37. Huh? You said total on the lightning is 52. So is that the halved lightning or the?
Oh, because you're resistant to lightning?
What are you resistant to lightning from?
Storm
Same thing as everybody.
Oh, you had one
Bark
of the
of the
flowers
Storm
as
Warden.
well.
And he hasn't been brought to, like, 0 yet, so he still has it.
So yeah, 52 would be halved.
52. 52 is halved, or that
No, 2.
I get to have 52.
26.
Oh.
Yeah, 26 is the total that you take from the lightning.
All right. So 26
He just
lightning.
attacks you the 3 times. Can't stun this round. There's that. I guess he will just lay down the AoE for him this time because the Reapers are out and the other ones aren't useful. So, reaches his hand up, opens up the sky. Area of effect happens, and that one does.
And they're radiant spears, right?
Jasper, would
They
you
are
kill this guy already?
weird. The acid damage on this, it
That's
is
Wow.
they're acid.
23.
Dang it. How much?
23 acid on the spears that lay down and cover the arena.
I don't think I've ever liked anybody
Okay,
less than this
so-
guy.
That hits everybody,
16.
or?
Well, people that are behind total cover are fine. So.
Well, yeah, but
these
What
are
about
fine.
Chip? What about Chip and the Planetar?
I thought
They
you were
would
going to
hit
say
them,
people that were already dead
Okay.
are fine. I really thought that was what was coming.
So
I actually, it's kind of good that, well, it's not good because I took all that acid damage, but killing the dragon head gave me Dark One's blessing, so.
How much acid was it?
23.
23.
I wonder if I left a good-looking corpse.
not anymore.
anymore.
It's all covered in acid.
You're a skeleton, basically.
You and Chaz don't look all that pretty anymore. But that yeah, so that happened. That's the end of the layer actions, that's the end of Rhogar's turn. We're at Dakrin's turn again.
Oh, hold on. That last bit of acid knocked out Jasper.
Oh, 0?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
So, what happens now? The storm flower zaps me back.
The next time you fail a death saving throw, instead of failing it, it zaps you up to 1 hit point.
So if
And
you
you lose
succeed
your
3
life.
times, it doesn't do anything. You just have resistance.
Yeah, it just fights against death, and so, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's my turn. Being inside the dragon kind of snapped me out of my reverie, and now I look around and I see Hargus and Shaz melting, and I'm like, what am I doing? This has to end now.
Jasper just falls down onto the ground just
Yeah.
royally.
Yeah, and I was just like, no, Jasper! Oh, and I just charged towards him, make 3 more hits, and I hope these are the last 3. We'll see what happens. Oh, first off, Constitution save for the Deathman.
Oh yeah, the aura, I forgot to mention that, was the 11. It won't affect Jasper at all, right?
Okay,
So,
that's a 19.
19 to hit?
No, for the death man.
That's a fail.
Okay, so I'm going to use my inspiration for that then. I do not want 2 of them. Oh, it's only a 2. 21? Does that succeed?
21 is a success. 21 is the
Okay.
DC.
Alright, that's good then. Alright. Gosh, my voice is just...
Wow, it's out.
So
It's going.
So you have
Okay,
2 successes
here we go.
and 1 failure on the death.
Yep.
That's been
Okay,
on.
here's my 3 attacks,
dead.
and I hope I crit. Here we go. Okay, that's a hit. It's a natural 17, so that hits. I believe that's another hit, because it's a 28. Third hit. Natural 18, so close, and yet not really. So 3 hits. Okay, here we go. So, here we go.
So, just so you know, Dacron,
Mm-hmm.
you, I don't know if you added the 11 acid from start of the round, right?
I did.
I forgot to mention that last time. Okay. Your first hit, you're taking 14 acid.
Okay.
Your second hit, you're taking 16 acid. And your third hit, you're taking 11 acid.
Okay, 7, 8, 5. Got it. Still good. All right. So, first hit is a total of, with the reduced radiant,
baby.
it's a total of 25.
How much is the radiant?
It is 5 reduced to 2 for a total of
On the
25.
first hit or the total?
First hit.
First hit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's important.
Okay.
Because that last bit of radiant gets rid of his divine aura.
Oh man, so radiant damage has been...
Directly to his aura, yes.
Oh wow, okay. So I pop his bubble then, right? So he's just kind of glowing and then just shatters?
So that is at 0 now, which also means, as that happens, you said it was 20 on the rest of the damage, right?
It was 23. 23 slashing.
Okay, 23 slashing. The radiant pops at that point. As you see it just like flicker and then shatter across his body, and as it shatters, the wings kind of dissipate, and he's back to kind of the form that you're used to seeing Rhogar in. He's just, oh, no! With that, certain auras and effects are no longer present and happening in this world.
Good. That's
So we'll get to
great.
what changes there. What are your next attacks?
All right.
And what are the damage types on those again?
Psychic, radiant, and slashing. So does he take the psychic and radiant now?
Radiant, he is no longer resistant to.
Good.
But the psychic one, he is resistant to, not immune to.
Okay. All right. So second hit is 21 slashing and 1 psychic reduced to 0, and then 3 radiant. So 24 total, I think.
24, yeah.
And
Okay.
then my final hit.
You also know this, he doesn't have his radiant blades anymore.
Is he holding any weapons?
He's not.
Okay. Not so divine now, are you? Okay, and then the third hit is 21 slashing, 6 psychic reduced to 3, and 3 radiant.
6 slashing. What was the rest?
21 slashing, 6 psychic reduced to 3, and 3
Okay.
radiant. So a total of 27.
Yeah. Noted. He's looking real bad.
And then with my last roar of frustration just seeing my buddy go down, I unleash a blast of lightning damage, and I hope that his
Okay.
resistance is gone for that too. So DC 15 dex save.
Okay.
Is this a jolting or something?
This is my Dragon's Breath, the Fizbin's.
Oh, right.
This is my bonus action, so I'm so glad I did.
How much damage does it?
Alright, so that's a 23.
Him tuck and roll to the side, which you haven't seen him do at all.
Oh yeah, that's right, run away.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 23 reduced to 11.
Noted.
Still up?
Noted. He is still up.
Oh. Okay. Well, at least I got rid of all his crap.
I guess I'll do Jasper's death save first.
Well, does he do a legendary action or anything at the end of his turn? At the end of my turn?
Oh,
he does not.
Okay. All right, so it's Jasper's then. Go ahead and roll a death save.
Now would be kind of a cool time for a nat 20.
Or a death save failure. Like, you'll get to 1 either way.
He'll be the 1, but he doesn't get his turn back, right?
No, he does, because it's at the start of your turn, so... Oh. But he loses his lightning resistance forever.
Well, no, because since he's rolling it, and then the effect takes place, he wouldn't get his turn back, right?
You roll death saves at the start of your turn.
Right.
So
But
if he's brought up to 1, then he'll still
back.
have his turn afterwards. It's the same as rolling a natural 20, but the only difference is he loses his lightning resistance forever. So it's like that just jolts his heart back to life kind of thing.
Okay. Well, roll your death
Go ahead
save.
and roll it.
All right, here it is. 8. So
That's it
a
then.
failed save.
So you're back up with 1.
So Jasper's on the ground, and then suddenly just lightning around his heart. You have 1 hit point and 1 turn.
Jeez.
You see Rhogar in his puny form, piece of
Normal
golden
form.
radiance, like still not puny. He's still huge and messy,
Mhm.
but golden radiance dissipating all over the ground.
There's still the Reaper behind Dacron that you can see
Dacron.
too.
Oh,
Gotta kill
jeez.
Rhogar. We're so close.
If I didn't have that
Yeah.
inspiration, I would have 2 of those failures, and this would be so down to the wire. So glad that Hargus inspired me then. Do it, righteous thorn of the tree father.
All right.
It's kind of down to the wire.
Drags the storm lance around. Levels the
You'll see this,
storm
you still
lance.
see those wings.
Oh, he's still got the wings. That he's just gonna reflect it and kill us. He's still got the. I thought his wings dissipated.
Is there anything
know
you can
what?
do for me? Or you could just throw the blade even?
I just thought I would tell you visually.
Oh no.
he
Yeah,
still
yeah. Good to
has
know.
2 wings.
Yeah. All right. Jasper twins
Whether or not
revivify.
that still has the same effect it used to be when he was in his divine form is a question.
That might not be worth answering.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll twin revivify and bring back Shaz and Hargus.
Okay.
Revivify?
Yeah, and Jasper will get knocked out by this, so he's back to making death saves. Yeah, it's a single target spell, so.
You have to touch them though.
I mean, I could fly to touch him, so. We've said before with touch spells, you could,
Do it in the same
hold
turn.
the spell in the same turn, so.
Yeah, they're not that far apart, so if we've said that before, then that's fine.
That makes sense.
All right,
One in
so
each
that's
hand,
Jasper's
I think,
turn.
Or Jasper just grabs one and then drags him over to the other and then just lays
Makes
his hands on
them
both.
do a high five.
And
No,
then
no,
falls backwards.
he reaches the storm lance one way and it extends out to its full length, so he can tap one and put his hand on the other.
Then he falls back himself.
Two
So
diamonds.
you guys are up. Jasper is down.
Because
Planitar.
the Reaper is currently out, your Revivify works on Shaz.
Not on Hargus?
No, I was just telling you that
Oh,
because
oh.
it doesn't really matter at this point, but if you had
'Cause the
done it while the
Reaper-
Reaper was not out, it would not
Oh,
have.
it wouldn't have worked.
The Reaper's like,
wow.
oh,
It would have
come
acted
on,
like
now.
okay.
I kind of wondered about that, whether it would be free to return if the Reaper was on his shoulder.
Reaper's a nice touch, by the way.
The Reaper's like, oh, come on, man. I'm so fired.
So Shaz, Hargus, Jasper,
Horrifying, acidic, lingering injuries.
the
But still
monkey runs up and punches twice. Does Rhogar take any damage from monkey punches?
Does he take non-magical?
I don't know if he's immune to non-magical in this form, but he punches twice. I guess we'll see if he hits.
From non-magical attacks, yeah, no, he's fine. He's
no damage.
So no damage on that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, immune.
Not
He
resistant.
still does. He still punches.
Still punches them. He's just like, get off me, you stupid egg.
And then Planetar. Come on, Planetar. I need you, bro. You've got a plus 12 to hit, man. You should never be missing. He's missing one like every single turn.
And now,
all right, come
now
on.
the radiant does full, so here we
That
go.
would be great. Come on, we'll do one at a time. Natural 20.
Oh!
Finally. Okay, and here maybe that's the problem. I've been rolling them twice. One more. Natural 1. Come on. Oh,
That's probably enough, though. Go ahead and roll. Natural 20
all right,
with the Planetar
natural
sword
20.
is nothing to...
you want me to roll for this one instead of just taking the default? I'll roll for this
Oh,
one.
I guess
and
you
see
can
if
take the default, but like that doubled is probably
so
way more. I mean, he had 100, and I took him down, 75? Something like that? Probably at least 80.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Shaz, you still have your relentless endurance, don't you?
No, I used that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
I feel like there's gonna be an AoE.
The death
all
burst.
right.
Declan, are you
Probably,
still
yeah.
up?
Yeah, I'm
So,
up. I'm
so that
bloody,
is
barely.
How many hit points do we have?
1.
that's a total of
You feel
47 slashing and radiant.
How does the Planetar do this?
Oh my god.
Cuts those damn wings off for one. Sting with the first slice, the wings fall to the ground.
Right when that happens,
Oh.
Rhogar's form. I just wanted to know the first part of it because the second you put him into lethal, Rhogar's form cracks. And he laughs. He's like, well, at least I won't. I'll have company.
Death burst. Well, then the giant spines of the, planty growth just kind of rumbles because it's the Planetar, like a treant form, and just goes, Father brings his judgment.
Dakron
Jams it in
next
there.
saving throw, just so you know.
Okay.
As the
I love
wooden
those.
sword goes into the body, there's like thorns sprouting out through Rhogar's body.
Nice.
I love how
Punches
Jasper
the
raised...
face and starts laughing as he, his body slowly decomposes, cracks. And
Does he, or does he
brittle,
cry like a baby from pain?
No, he's saved on that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
round. I just
give
forgot to
him
mention
one
it.
last laugh. That's fine.
Probably a really small radius on this death burst, though. So
It's only 30 feet, but all of you are
Me and
within that
Shaz hope
range.
so.
It was nice of you to use some diamonds to let these two gentlemen witness his death, at least.
I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, including the monkey and the Planetar.
I mean, the monkey's gonna fail. Let me check his dex save. I don't know what the Planetar's dex
Yes, that's
save
really
is.
high. That's a 24 for me.
I doubt the.
It's going to be halved for
I don't even know.
Dakron, but then you can use this thing to negate it as the acid and necrotic energy just bursts around him.
27.
The necrotic wouldn't have done anything anyway, so that's kind of cool.
27 on Hargus. It doesn't matter. Hargus, unless you have a way to avoid half damage, you have 1 HP.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to pull this box.
That would have been great.
You know what?
Can you do that as a reaction?
For the sake of the fact that the box wasn't going to be used otherwise, and it said, when you're in your greatest need, please use me, I will say...
that was
the original
Hargus's
ability.
last thought as he died, and when he wakes up, he's like, the box! Open it,
What
open
the
the
heck
box!
was
Literally,
dude?
what I did. As soon
I'll
as I
say
got
a
this-
globe of invulnerability appears around you. That you use for the box.
That's perfect.
As it's a protective shield. You are lying right next to Shaz
And Jasper?
and Jasper.
Oh man.
So
A
Dagger
globe of
shield, you
invulnerability?
guys shield.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Planetary and the Chip take
was gonna
143 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
I would have been brought to 0 even with my acid resistance and necrotic. Oh wait, no, that's necrotic and acid. Okay, that would have.
Yeah, it's necrotic and acid, so I didn't bother.
So it would have been
dividing
a quarter.
up.
It would have been a quarter of it anyway, but still. Whoop. Must.
You said 143?
143 damage between necrotic and acid.
Okay, hold on. What HP did I do this in? Oh.
See, this death burst wasn't all that threatening because I knew that you guys had methods around it, but
Well. No, that would have taken out all of us except Dakron. Were it not for the Globe of Invulnerability. Well, Dakron and can we
Hargus
say...
remembered that thing was there, and yeah, while it was supposed to be used in certain ways, this seems appropriate.
That was...
Out of sheer curiosity, though, had he not done that, I want you three to roll death saving throws because I'd be curious if.
Well, fun thing, the Planetar is still up with 11 HP.
Oh, yeah, so he would have been able to raise death.
So
it would have taken an hour, but.
No, he'd run by and do health potions because Jasper's got 4 minors and 1 greater on his belt still.
Well, there is one other
Skip
aspect
is
of this.
Oh,
Building
necrotic.
starts collapsing a little bit, but that's about it.
That's about it. Chip sadly loses monkey form, and even having his 30 HP that he had when he went into monkey form drops.
Chip covered the body trying to save you guys. He just oblivious.
No, he probably just looks up and waves at you guys, and then just
like outside the globe of
Kind
invulnerability.
of a bubble, just
Yeah.
waves and just torches across it.
Yeah, because Chip turned into a gorilla at 30 when he went to 30 HP. Same with Jasper's contingency.
Oh, Hargus, in one way, you saved your allies from having death saves and everything, so... The
Okay.
Planetar still had that much HP. Wow.
Well, he got healed up to full with everybody else.
But with that,
And,
Rhogar the Ravager.
oh boy.
destroyed, right? Body and soul.
Insane.
Like not like he's a demon, right? So no afterlife for him, just gone, as far as we know. Because we
As far as
destroyed
you
him in
know, he
hell.
will not come back from this. So at that point, you
Just hold
hear
your sword up and soak
voice.
up any essence he left behind.
Yeah, right. Go stir your sword around in the
At that
ashes real
point,
quick.
You hear 3 voices that sound familiar to each of, or 4 voices that sound familiar to each of you. Tualdir, the Tree Father,
Oh.
Bahamut, and Tana start clapping and congratulating you guys as you kind of peer up and you see kind of a clouded, veiled area above you as you see them clapping, and hordes of other, maybe not like angels or otherwise figures, are kind of cheering you guys on.
The theatrical bow.
And they're just like cheers and hollers like if they were watching an event in an arena or something that way above you. And while the Tree Father's aspect and Tana's aspect in that are like a very elegant water elemental, very like fatherly, with long kind of mossy beard, giant treant looking entity, and Bahamut's the dragonoid form that you saw before. You know that's not their true forms, but you do see that there's a big wolf with tusks and that's smiling and at Shaz as well, and they congratulate you. It's but a passing moment as you hear them, and they're clapping and cheering, and it slowly fades away from your vision as that part becomes cleared again. For the briefest of moments, you see a reaper with a scythe just give you a little salute and walk off into the distance behind a door.
I'll see you again someday,
He's
but
just
not
doing his
today.
job.
right.
He
Get
just
bony
has to
finger
be like
guns.
command him.
He's like, oh, this contract's voided. I'll see you someday.
Thank God, that
And
guy was a jerk.
as that, like, the
Just do his
building kind of collapses a little bit, some of the stonework kind of falls a little bit, some of the energies as the owner is no more. No longer bound to this place. The giant great worm that you saw before starts dissolving rapidly. And in its corpse, you see a familiar spear that was used to slay Balgrazadon,
Ooh.
posting as its heart.
That's what he did with it. Oh, that's so, like, cruel. But him with his irony. Using it to make his
And-
own ancient dragon.
Are we out of the globe of invulnerability now?
It lasts for a minute, so you guys
A
are
minute.
gonna watch as all this happens. Dacron can move around. But
Yeah. Go
Dacron,
get
you
the
can go
spear.
for Marissa, your mom, and
I fly straight to my mom.
are looking around
The
the
spear
corner
can wait a second.
of stuff and
Yeah.
trying to figure out what's going on. It's at this point that you finally realize that there is a bit of a horde left behind by this great worm, and we'll discuss that as fellow DMs, what's in
Oh.
there, and have some talks about that. But as it starts to coalesce, a familiar, more vibrant and full of life and less placid 3 or 4 individuals open the door behind you. The familiar faces of the different angels that you ran into along the way, as they kind of look around, almost like they're no longer in a daze and kind of observing, but like aware of what's happened, as they're freed from the contract of this planar binding. Their wings are no longer black, they're white. But the rest of the motif is still there. The color of their clothing and everything is the same as the gold riveting. But they kind of look towards you and kind of aghast. One of them approaches as you remember the guy just being outside the door. And he introduces himself. It's like, I am Varl. I am an angel that was assigned to this facility some time ago. I am getting used to my newfound freedom and clarity of mind. It has been a very long time since we have not been under the command of something that was suppressing us. I thank you, each of you. I'd
Go
hate
forth
to
and
bring
rock
this
on.
up, but are one of you going to assume ownership over this place?
Yeah, it'd probably be me.
I look at Hargis. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, because somebody's coming to take it if somebody doesn't. So
Yeah,
Seems-
quite soon.
it seems
Quite.
like a
Remember,
nice place for you, Hargis.
Well, that
I'm still under
bloody,
the domination influence, remember?
that bloody demon. Remember, there's that bloody demon who wanted to make a deal with us. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we'd be giving it to him right now, probably, if, because we said we wouldn't stay, huh?
Or pay consequences?
Yeah.
But,
Remember, I'm still under the conquest influence.
this place
Oh,
is
yeah.
not as
Oh my
great as
gosh,
it used
that's
to
right.
be.
This
And
qualifies as
though
like a
it's-
noble conquest.
Though
Sounds like my
now
calling.
it is seen as almost as a manor over the crossroads, which is a town that's just near here. It tends to be a crossing point for many outer plane residents
Sounds like a great place to make some deals.
We're also, yeah. To be honest, when it was first came down here and it fell, ancient history-wise, the dragon that was supposed to dispose of it ended up greeding for the power and taking it for himself instead. And that is how he became. And kind of looks at the corpse that's on the wall. What?
Oh, that's the corrupted version of him.
Is. Still, he managed to have that hellspawn of a child.
Oh, that's
and then there wasn't enough effort to dissuade him. I fear that his hold over this place and his greed as he was corrupted more and more led to him desiring to be a deity himself, but when he could no longer achieve such, it seemed his son took up that mantle. But now that we are free of that binding, it seems that we're able to look forward to better days.
Wow.
So, me and my sisters, we thank you.
I could have seduced him all this time. I didn't realize.
All the places
You
Argus
think-
now,
I
Argus,
did.
so...
You think Argus?
The sisters blush and the gentleman goes, I'm straight.
Hey,
I don't
were.
swing that way.
sometimes you feel like a nut,
No
sometimes you
way.
don't, fella.
Particularly swing that way. But it would be a good change of pace to serve an entity that is more righteous, such as yourselves. You would also have an ability to commune with deities and perhaps come to an agreement of what to deal with this place. It's served its purpose as being basically turned into a stronghold in this dimension. It was supposed to be destroyed as it was thought to be no longer useful or problematic for allowing people roads to redemption. Unfortunately, Dragon also found out it could be used for other methods of things. But perhaps in your hands it will be better.
Something to consider.
If
Jasper's
nothing
just
else,
Tottering slowly over to Brissa, just like picks up his hat on the way.
So basically,
you
we're
break the
the
rope so she can
quadrant.
move.
What's that?
Basically, we're the
You break the
quadrant
brooch so
god.
she can move because that brooch is still on her that keeps the element.
Oh, the Planetar did that. He's a strong boy. Yeah.
But also, the sisters kind of turn and is like, well, we would like to thank you, and if nothing else, at least this will be the first part of it. And
last.
they
Not for
raise
the
their
children.
arms up, and each of you start feeling your wounds closed. Healing happen.
Yeah.
And then
Is it like
Oh,
the
that's
effect of a
good.
long
little
rest,
floating
basically?
trays
Or...
start coming out as food starts being delivered to each of you. As they set a table, and they're like, perhaps you're hungry, maybe you're tired, but please allow us to grace each of you. But if you'd like to take over this place, or help us figure out what to do with it, as it was originally meant to be destroyed,
If one of us just says we're in charge of it for the moment, like we can pass it to someone else later if we wish to, right?
Or is it
No.
bound till death?
unfortunately, not exactly. You would be
We have
bound-
time to figure that out.
Well, yeah, I suppose we do.
I mean, yes, you could destroy it because you would be in charge of it. It just would take time.
Yeah, no, I meant pass the title on, so to speak. If one of us were to
Apparently, the
take...
title is technically free, but at the moment, all four of you have claim to it. But should you leave this area, the claim will be...
Oh, so one of us has to stay in residence to maintain the claim.
Well, until you bind your... take the oath and take a binding here.
All right, Colt Shotgun. What do y'all want? I win.
Sure, it's fine, Hargus.
Who
I just-
better
you want-
than the son of Bahamut? What? Did you guys?
Is that real? Was that
One of
real?
the sisters
Is that
goes,
what y'all saw? That's ridiculous.
well, he can't be worse than a dragon, a greedy dragon, so...
Probably acid
like,
fumes.
not like he's gonna make us ride goats or something.
Let's get that vibe from him.
I was thinking about a makeover for all four of y'all. So, you know.
Jesus.
Lord Hargus
Um,
of Dahmer Fallen, huh?
Yeah, as long as
That's a pretty
Hargus,
awesome title.
maintains his deity and doesn't become corrupted as well and becomes the new villain of this
Oh my
place.
gosh.
As a new
Corrupted
treacherous
Platinum
child.
Dragon.
Every
Because the new
villain
Rhogar
thinks himself
problem.
righteous.
Anyways, with that, that's the end of my arc.
Wow.
Oh,
And we'll
Whew.
figure out as DMs how we resolve everything that's
Good
going
job.
on now.
amazing,
Quite-
Dustin.
quite-
Seriously.